Huh? 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 What you thought?
Nah, I just on.
What you put it?
Would you do that?
Oh. Wait.
Lock it in, yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
All right, y'all. It is the top of the hour. You're locked into your favorite eating ride. It's your boy Joe Lockett. How you guys doing? I am back in the building. What's up, man? What's up, Vicky? What's up, Queen? How y'all doing? Your boy's back in the building. What's up, Manuel? What's up, Marty Ma? In the house. Oh, yeah, it is Friday. We're glad you guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show. How you guys doing? Did you miss your boy? Did you miss me? Man, listen, I had some business. I was standing on business for the last couple of days. What's up, nephew? How you doing, boy?
Yeah.
Yo, man, I was standing on business. Days.
Also,
what's up, Angela? How y'all doing? Welcome. We're hanging out with nephew while do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the follow button if you like the show, and also send me some love. Send me a couple of hearts out there. What's up, family? What's up, TJ Dipples in the building? What's up, Brian? Thank you guys so much for joining the show. We appreciate you guys so much. Ain't nobody gave me that one like yet. That is messed up. All right, guys. So, nephew, how was it? How was it since when I was gone, man? You good?
it was all right.
Was it tough? Was it not as easy as you thought it was? Hey, Rachel, baby, how you doing?
You got a tough crowd, sir.
What do you mean? We got a tough crowd, sir.
Yeah.
What does that mean, sir? Back on my life. Let's go, man. Let's go, Detroit. What's going on?
It means exactly how it sounds.
Rachel, how you doing, baby? Thanks for locking in with the Joe Lockett Show. We miss you. Well, I missed you. Nephew said you was around while I was gone, but I missed you. Thank you.
Yeah, Rachel hold it down. Rachel hold it down.
What's up, James? What's up, Fabio?
Her and Aquawoman. Those I'm playing them.
Okay. All right. So yeah, welcome in. It's Friday evening. I hope you guys enjoying. Hope you guys enjoying the evening. It has actually been raining here in Birmingham, Alabama. How's it is where you guys are? It's that time of the afternoon, y'all. Y'all can be anywhere, but you decide to be here with your boy Joe Lockett and the one and only nephew in the building. We got a great show lineup for you guys today. Thanks for stopping by. Now, today on the Joe Lockett, oh, look at them likes. I like that. Today on the show, y'all, we got so much to get into. I heard that there was a little misunderstanding about the Jeezy and the Neil Long on the Joe Lockett Show. Some people like your comments, some people did. We're gonna revisit that.
Oh yeah. So it is definitely supposed to did not like my comments on
that, but that's okay. Also, I want to talk about, do women get married for love? We'll talk about that today on the Joe Lockett Show. And this is also something I posted on social media while I was. And it was different. I got excuses.
Oh, you got excuses?
I got women say it wasn't an excuse, it was factual. but it gave women an out. Like, okay, most fathers, 50% of fathers in black families are not there, so it is what it is, right? And
Don't
I'm
that
like,
speak to the point, Mo?
huh?
Don't that speak to the point, Mo?
I mean, but they're saying basically it's kind of hard to judge a man with his relationship with his father if his father's not there. And I understood that point. But then I didn't answer today. I didn't say nothing. Hey, Peggy, what's up, Bill? What's up, Michelle? How you doing? What's up, V Me? How you doing? See you locked into the Joe Lockett Show. Hit that like button. Let's get it going, y'all. Now, when I saw this, ladies, I got to talk to y'all. Because y'all, most women will agree that the relationship that a man has with his mom is very important, especially you're going to be in a relationship with that man. I get that. Hey, Lady J, how you doing, baby? Hey, Erica. I'll be honest before I get into it, I missed everybody, man. I missed doing the show when I was speaking I had a speaking engagement for the last couple of days at a university. They called me in to speak. And that's where I was for the last couple of days, y'all. So, you know, when they call and, you know, the price is right, your boy got to go do what he got. You know, and all other good stuff. So but you know, we just started last month. So being on the road right now is still a tad bit complicated because we still haven't figured out all the workings on in the studio with all the wiring and stuff and wireless stuff. So we're gonna get it worked out. But thank you guys for hanging out with you, with us. We appreciate you. Now back to the show. Back to this show. Ladies, you say that you want a man to have a relationship with his mother, and you would like for the man to have a relationship with his father, but the fathers are not there, so it's understood. And to a point, I understand that. But I gotta ask you ladies this question. If this is going to be the case, hey, Vanna, thank you so much. Share the video out there, y'all. Hit that like button and send me some likes. Send me some hearts. Let's go. The hearts are free, I think. On TikTok. Send me some hearts. I want to see some hearts. I want to see some hearts moving there. Let's go. All right. What's up, Mickey Mouse in the building? Now,
Mickey Mouse watching your show?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse watched the show too, baby.
That's crazy.
But is it possible when a woman is dating a man, you ladies are saying to well, you said on my post today that it's not as important with the mom, right? Pretty much is what I got. Hey, Louisiana in the building. But this is what I saw. This is what I want to ask ladies. If a man is not in his son's life and he leaves the house, what kind of man do you think you're going to get if he doesn't have a relationship with his father? I'm asking that question. I'm asking it again. If a man is leaves his house and is a single mom, and his dad was not in his life for whatever the reason may have been, right? Decided not to be locked up, whatever, right? And he leaves that house. What kind of man do you think is actually leaving that house? Because you ladies give an excuse and say, okay, the father's not there, so it is what it is. But you're getting a damaged young man. Hey, that's all. This is all y'all talk about. I mean, what you think? I mean, she said, "Oh my God, this is all y'all." I don't know who y'all is.
I guess men. It's either men or us.
I mean, I don't know what that y'all is, but it's a true thing because this is what I posted. I don't know if Cat follows me on Facebook. This is what I posted, and the comments from the women was that if the man is not there, right, because 50% in the black household, 50% of the fathers are not there. What kind of what?
She probably mean us as men, because
Okay.
it kind of sounds like gender roles at this point. She seemed a little younger.
Okay, but it may be a gender role, but I'm gonna say this to the ladies though. If a man grows up in a house, a boy grows up in a house without a man there, his father not being there, when he starts to dating, how does he know how to treat a woman? I'm just being honest. Of bad habits from what he thinks he knows, or what somebody told him, or what he's seen on TV. Correct. So the reason why I say that to women is be very careful, because if you're dating a guy that has not had his father in his life or a father figure around, you're probably going to be getting damaged goods, right? Because this guy's probably angry with the world. He's probably not happy from his surroundings. He's mad at his father, right? For not being
so
there.
that would call for him to be angry with the world.
Man, a lot of men, well, I'm gonna say some men, right? Some men hold that grudge, right? Because there's a piece of him missing and he's searching for. And some women know who the baby dad is, some women don't know who the baby dad is, and some of the women who know who the baby dad is can't make the baby daddy be a father to that child. So the men that have, and I would say this, if you talk to most men that did not have their it is what it is, but action thing is not going to let anybody get in his way. And a lot of times this young man is going to make a few mistakes, and that's going to shape him, right, as he becomes a man. And some of those traits become bad traits. So that's why I say, and the reason why I ask that question, because when women say men should do certain roles and do certain things, certain men just don't know how to do that. Hey, Aquaman, how's it going? Mom can provide some pointers on what to do, but yes, he does need a father figure. And I'm just being honest at the end of the day. Thanks for the like, show. Thanks for sharing the video there.
How you think those pointers gonna come off versus the dad giving it?
Come off very different.
Yeah,
it's going to come off because when a mother's telling the son something, you're going to honor your mother because that's what she wants you to do, to be a good man to a woman. But when it comes for your father, you're going to respect what he says because you know he done been through it. There's a difference in honoring and respecting, because when a man tells you something about what a life in you, basically how she want to be treated, how she think women should be treated. And like I said, when you see that, you're going to be, okay, mama, don't worry, I'm going to be that kind of guy, because she wants you to grow to be a good young man to the world. But the father is going to put that other spin on it, that
realism.
That's exactly like, this is what your mom is saying, son, but for you to be able to provide that, because what mom can't provide is, yeah, mama, you want me to do that, but how am I going to be able to do that? You see what I'm saying? Mama can paint the picture for you, but daddy gonna tell you how you're gonna get through this, son. He's gonna tell you that, when this happens, this is what you gotta take, you gotta be prepared for. Mama can't tell you what a man needs to be prepared for.
Yeah, she only tell you what to do.
Exactly.
And where her, she's not gonna be able to convey to you how it is for girls that's not like her either.
The live right now, somebody say,
yeah, Facebook is clamping up, bro. Facebook is clamping up bad.
Oh, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when I watch the women post saying that the father's not there because he's not in his life, but you're not taking lightly that you expect that same guy that you're dating that don't have a father to be a good man.
Yeah.
Let me say that again.
Yeah.
You're taking it lightly. You're taking it lightly that his father's not there because it's just life. That's the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But then you're expecting that same young man that left the house without a father to be a good man to you. And then you hold him captive when he's not. And sometimes, like I said, This man is learning on the fly on how to handle the world and situations, not giving a man an excuse. But if I didn't have my father in my life, I'm going to be honest. Me and my father do not speak at all. We do not get along. But I would give him credit that because he was there and told me certain things, I was able to understand life and be the man that I am today. Resilient, how to get through stuff, be tough, how to deal with emotions. That my father did teach me. I've been all over the place trying to figure things out. So a man figure or a father figure in a boy's life is very important. But my point to this conversation is this. Ladies, if that young man that you're talking to did not have a father figure or a father in his life, he's probably damaged goods. He's probably going to cheat on you. He's probably going to have anger issues. He's probably going to have other things going on that he don't even understand, that he can't explain to anybody because he's been holding all that anger in for years. I'm just saying, honestly, many of these homes have two parents. They are not married, but the man is in the home. Some parents do, Michelle. I'm going to say that. I mean, some houses do. But at the end of the day, they say this is on freezing too. Let me get off this internet because I don't know what's wrong with that internet today.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a freeze show right now.
All right, so I just got off. Hey, Miss Penelope, Vanilla. But how you doing? To your favorite evening ride. When
Probably why we free.
Can anybody tell me how is that young man that's 18 years old, 19 years old going into the world going to treat a woman well? Be a good man in a relationship. Knowing how to provide for a woman, the average guy. How is that going to be possible? It's freezing bad. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to go out of this real quickly, y'all, and then I'm going to come right back. So you guys hang tight.
Head over to the book if you need something. Okay, we're getting better over here.
Okay, I'm going to go out of this real quick, y'all, and I'm going to come right back. Let's do that. But go ahead.
What's up, Joe? I'll ask this question because I have no idea to that. I ever since I was young, I had a male figure. I was with my mom a lot, but she did put me around male figures.
Right.
And if I wasn't with my mama, I was with my dad.
Well, let me ask you a question though. If your father wasn't, how do you think that would have fared for you?
I probably would have been a lot more sensitive.
Okay.
I probably would have been in touch a lot more with my emotions. And I probably would have been the type of guy who would be a little bit more reactive.
Do you think you'd have been more rebellious?
Rebellious?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not at all?
No, because they killed all that for me. that rebellious phase, I had it, but then I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill out. I saw it from my older brothers and sisters, and it didn't really work out for me. So I was like, yeah, I can't afford the rebellious phase for real. Okay. But as far as with like if they wasn't around and if I wasn't having access to my dad, I still don't think so, only because of how the other female parents will. They been a problem to do it, or my uncle was to do it. Like theirs was always different. Right. Their discipline was always different. Like they could be my mom and my aunties and all of them could be a little bit more with the belt. You feel me? They could be on that type of time. But as far as with my dad and my uncle, they ain't even really have to hit me for it to hit me hard.
Let me ask you a question. Who did you rather to discipline? Was it mom or dad?
It was definitely my mama. It was definitely my mama.
Dad didn't play the fiddle?
Man, Pops was ruthless. If he watching this now, you was ruthless. I'm telling you right now. I always mess with him because he'd be like, bro, I ain't even have to do that much to you. You was a good kid. But I was like, man, it was 5 of them that changed my life. It was 5 of them. From him and my uncle. Nah, man, when they had to do it, it was like 10 times worse.
so let me ask you this question, and y'all let me know if I'm still freezing. We just rebooted this, but so I know for me, of course, I didn't want to be disciplined by my dad. He had the heavier hand, you know.
He did,
right? But I probably would have rather. Because see, my mama didn't have the heavy hand, but she had the wild hand.
So she just be in there.
Right. Mama will swing at you, bro, and throw anything at you, right?
A word.
Yeah, so it was whatever she had in her hand, that's what you was gonna get hit with, right? Was it the spoon? Well, I never got hit with a frying pan. I got hit with a spoon one time. But my mama was swinging, but
she was lethal with the spoon.
Mama said, I think
probably like buck up and hit me in the chest, but I could take it from her.
Right.
At that point, when she started hitting me in the chest, I was kind of slow. so I was like, man, I eat it.
If my mama hit me in the chest, I would be definitely okay with it. I don't have a problem with my mom hitting me in the chest.
But she was dirty because she knew some of those life-changing whoopings that I got from my daddy. So when I got to a certain age, she just started threatening him. It's like, all right, bro, chill. I got you.
The thing I hated when I was growing up is that my mom and dad invented the WWE. It was a tag team. It was a tag team. You know what I'm saying? Mom was gonna beat you.
Undisputed.
It was undisputed, bro. Mom was gonna beat you. Then dad was gonna, then you had to wait for dad to come home and then you was gonna get it from dad. But I'm still gonna say this. I think women should really take heed and take a look at when they're dating somebody, if their father was in their life. And if their father was not, or a man figure was in their life some way, somehow, be prepared that that guy may not be with unless he have found himself and he knows who he is. Because a lot of men, bro, you heard today, we're not going to go into it, but you heard someone today say they're 49 years old and they still traumatized from some stuff in their life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Real talk. You see what I'm saying? So
wow.
So think about what I'm saying here. There are men that's walking around that look like they're okay. And they're really not okay.
They really not.
You know what I'm saying? They're really not okay, and they don't tell anybody this stuff. Like a man would tell you it doesn't bother me, but 9 times out of 10, when we say it don't bother us, that means we have compartmentalized that situation.
Or ain't processing it.
Right, or don't want to process it. You see what I'm saying? But you still hold a resentment, right, in your heart about that. So that's why I asked the question. That's why I'm saying to women, be very careful out there when you're dating men that father wasn't in their life, and they really didn't truly have a father figure in their life.
I want to get to
okay, let's go.
She said, as a woman, there system isn't always enough. And then she went on to say, I clutched my pearls listening to the things that my uncles taught my sons about relationships and courting. Very different from what I was teaching. Hey, they gonna give it to you. They gonna, man, my uncles gave it to me. Especially the ones that went in church.
but what I'm saying is, and this is what a lot of women have to realize, that when you got a good man in your life, right, that's trying to raise your son, you have to stand back and let him raise your son, because it's two choices. You're gonna watch a good man discipline your son, or you're gonna see the streets handle your son. Now, which one do you want to see?
No, you don't want ladder.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, a lot of women don't honestly get that part of it. But I'm just telling women, from what I saw on my Facebook post there when I posted it, don't take lightly that a man did not have his father in his life, and his father is damaged goods to a point. Not saying that he can't be fixed or he may not be whole, but what I'm saying is there may be some unresolved issues with that guy, or some type of resentment there that you may not be able to get fully engaged with this man, because there's a disappointment, a hatred that he may have for the guy that did not want him. Because a lot of young men feel that way at the end of the day. Hey, Penny, how's it going? So those are the things that I'm saying at the end of the day to make sure that you guys understand that part.
I didn't have to go.
Hey, Jones.
I didn't have to go through nothing like that. But I know my dad and his relationship with his dad was very strained.
Yeah.
It was really, really strained.
Because
it's just to the point where I didn't get to meet my dad's dad for real until I was like 22. That was 3 years ago.
Well, you know, my kids are not. You know what I'm saying? So
That is what it is.
Right. That to them, but if a father chose not to be in a kid's life for whatever the reason is, and if that kid don't know it, they're going to form their own opinion of why daddy wasn't there.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? They're going to form their own opinion, and they're going to live with that. Because I'm going to tell you this, and we're going to keep it moving. When a man when you're a boy, and for Christmas, right, your dad is not there, how do you feel? On your birthday, when dad is not there, how you feel?
I be feeling bad.
Right? When you see mama struggling, right? And doing things, and it would be easier if daddy was there, right? How's that little kid's gonna feel? What men don't realize is, or some men don't care, that kid that you left behind is building real resentment. And the resentment that you don't care about is going to translate over in that kid's life to another woman or somebody else, right?
Maybe to the offspring.
When the two-parent household had its problems, but the most problems that when I was growing up, the kids that had the most problems was the parents that had single parents. The dad wasn't in the house. Because those are the kids that could stay out late. Those are the kids that was getting in trouble. Those are the kids a lot of time was talking back to their mom, right? They was the sort of kind of my neighborhood, they was like the wild child, right? The mama was doing the best she could, because a lot of times the single mama was doing what? Working. And during that time back in the day, kids stayed at home and locked the door until mama came home.
Dear mama.
I'm just saying. Hey, Shaw, how's it going? All right, Shaw. If you guys locked into the Joe Lockett Show, it's 28 minutes after Joe Lockett Network. I'm back in the building. Happened to me and my son. Okay. So Shaw, you get it, right? So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand that part there. What's up, James? Thank you for locking into the show, man. Share the live out there. Do me a favor if you guys got time. Share the live out there and hit the like button before you guys go anywhere. Ladies. What's it is? And all that stuff, and he's absolutely part in him that's going to have resentment or disappointment because his father didn't want him. And I'm trying to tell y'all this, and I'm being very honest. It's nothing like a child or a grown man feeling that the mom or the dad did not want them. That feeling goes deep, deep, deep inside a man or a woman. So just be careful. And that's all I want to say about that. You guys like to tell about your favorite eating rides, your boy Joe Lockett and nephew in the building. Now I gotta get to this, because this here was something that Neil Long and Jeezy. I got a chance. He's 45 and doesn't talk to his dad. Hey, I can't say nothing. I'm 53 and I don't talk to my dad. Hey, Penny, thanks for locking back in with us, y'all. Hey, sorry for the issues. I don't know what was going on. Hopefully, it's not freezing anymore.
Just bear with it, please.
Yeah, so
bear with it.
The first day back in the internet wants to freeze up on me.
I know,
But,
right?
hey, it is what it is. Hey, but now people been asking me, does she have a podcast or does he have a podcast? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But it doesn't matter. I got a chance to watch the whole video, the whole hour, I think it was, that him and Neil got a chance to talk. And I was gonna say, Neil Long, baby, you're looking good. And Jesus was saying sis, and I'm your brother. She was saying brother, right? But I'm gonna say this right here. Okay. Neil. That's all I'm gonna leave right there. All right. His last wife was Mia, and he was sitting down talking to
with Nia.
Oh, that's just something to think about.
I Nia, and the Mia was MIA.
Hey, but let's get back to the conversation at hand. This was the first time we actually heard Jeezy talk about his life, talk about the things he went through, and started kind of hint in why him and his wife, he filed for divorce. Here, taking care of him. Anyway, him and his mom was hurt early. And then when he got into the streets and he was doing for people in his lifetime, the main people that he was doing for, when he got in trouble, they wasn't there for him. And some of the people that he helped over time was the ones who betrayed him and got him in trouble. So when you look at it from that, hey Lukey Fair, Jenny Ma, yes. Well, Jenny Ma. I'm sorry, Lukey. Jenny Ma, not Mia. Jenny Ma, and then Neil Long. My bad. But when you look at the situation,
we so wrong.
No, I messed it up, so I correct. It's Jenny Ma. He's just Jenny Ma. It's Jenny Ma, right? He's right. And I don't know why. When I seen Nia, for some reason, it just went to her name was Ma, but it is Ma. But when I listened to his situation, basically what I heard was what his wife was demanding from him, right? That he was not able to. And he felt like she was leaving him out to dry for what he needed.
That's how you interpret that?
Yeah, it was mostly about her. And he felt that no matter what was going on, it never rolled back around to him. There was not a compromise. And her acts was too big for their relationship at the end of the day. That's what I gathered when I listened to the whole thing. And is it selfish to take care of yourself when you realize you're drowning in a relationship? That's the one thing I want to ask people. Is it selfish to take care of yourself when you realize that you're drowning in a relationship?
Now, why would you do that?
Because you're in a relationship, you got a kid, and you're here now. And a lot of people, bro, when they get in those situations, they tend to put themselves on the back burner and forsake themselves for their family. Women do that all the time. Men do that all the time, and they're not happy.
So, is there a way to do that? Is it too late?
He said he tells him, man,
very strong.
I understood it. On its face, it made sense. But I think as a man, he left some things out. But I understand when you're in love with a woman, and there's nothing else there, and this is what you want as a real man, you're not going to cheat on that woman. I got that part. So I'm not going to dig to that. I'm all the choosing person of happiness. Okay, I understand that. But I'm going to say this here though. Listening to the interview, right? And like I said, I listened to it and I actually watched it twice. I think yes, I think I watched it twice because I wanted to make sure I understood his point of view. And like I said, if you listen closely to what he was saying, he felt neglected by everybody his whole life, even in this marriage to his wife, right? His ex-wife, well, soon to be ex-wife. And he was just tired of it. You know, counseling wasn't working.
Oh, they ain't already broke up?
He didn't file for the divorce, but they're not divorced. He filed for it. But
normal process with that.
It just depends on breaking. It can be done in a couple of months. It could take a couple of years, just depending on how they divide up assets. So who knows? Both of them got some paper. So it was
could be a minute.
But you know, so if you look at his wife, you wouldn't think that she would be
a self-centered person,
a fireball. I don't know her. I don't know what she was doing in the relationship to make him feel the way he felt. So I don't know that. But I'm thinking that in this relationship, when he married her, he loved her, but he was hoping to get something in this marriage that he hadn't got from life to that point, right? And that's why he had the child and all that stuff with him. But once he got everything, he come to see that still they're demanding more from me, and I can't find happiness within this because of what she's wanting, and she's not pouring into me the way he felt that he was pouring in.
So was or making that decision will
I think once you get in a relationship, bro, you can vet all you want to. You can do all the checking that you want to. People change when they get into an environment of comfortability. They fall back into themselves, or that person you're with bring out something in you that you didn't know was there and cause you to act differently, right? So I don't know whether it was him, I don't know whether it was her, but I do think that he went into the marriage broken and hoping that this was going to fill the void or the hole that he had in his life, because now someone is going to pour into him. She had the money. She seemed to love him at the time, where he felt that she loved him. And I think what he was wanting out of that, I don't think he was actually getting that from her.
I got a quick question there. So could it be that when you get with somebody and you figure out you got a side to you never knew you had, or a side that you never had before that you made because of them, and now you're changing to an extent, would you be a type of person to hope that they change into?
Well, you know, Erica B just said that, and I saw the interview she's talking about where she said that she was disrespectful when she spoke to him. So let's me jump into that part of it. And we're talking about Jeezy and Neil Long's interview that I saw. A lot of people are talking about on social media. She said that, right? But I'm going to say this. Her hot-tempered, he knew she was hot-tempered when he married her.
He liked it.
That I'm just being honest. I don't think that's nothing new that popped out with them, right? I saw an interview where her dad and her mom was, right? And her dad even said, you say he was married when it came to made all crazy, and then the makeup is crazy too, right? So maybe that worked for them.
Or-
I don't, and I'm
Some
speculating.
dudes think they can tame that dragon.
Hey, how's it going, Sunflower? So I'm speculating here, y'all. I don't know that part, but what I'm going to say is that when he got married to her, right, and she married him, she got into it, and I think she probably got demanding of what she wanted. And when she didn't get what she wanted, there was an argument that probably would pursue. And I think most men, if you marry a woman that's hot tempered, you don't have a problem with it as long as she's really pouring into you, right? I don't know if she was the kind of woman that after she did all of this, she did all the small little things she needed to do as a wife to make sure her husband was good, even though I got a bad temper. I love you, and I'm doing all the other little small stuff to let you know that.
What they calling a temporal
Hey, Sunflower.
noodles and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
You got to eat it when it's hot. It's amazing.
Oh, temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, temperature. Yeah.
So, hey, man, maybe he thought it was like that with her.
Well, I again, if you listen to the interview, like I said, it's a great interview, and they both go deep into well, they stayed on the curve of their relationships. They alluded to it, but if you listen to Neil Long, she was hurt. What old boy did to her, right?
Oh,
and she
yeah.
had to figure out herself that she was more important because she said this wasn't the first time, that things were going on in the relationship. She said the relationship was rocky even before the huge incident happened.
Yeah,
right?
and I can't blame her for that.
Right.
I can't blame her for that.
Right. So, and y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what's going on with TikTok today, y'all. I'm not for sure if it's the I think it's TikTok, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you because I know you guys are saying this going in and out. But even when I was watching TikTok today on some other live, they were going in and out. So I do apologize. All our signals are super.
Facebook.
Okay. So which is 5 o'clock. But I think at the end of the day, when we're looking at the Neil Long situation, Neil went through some stuff, and both of them had traumatic childhoods. You know what I'm saying? They had things that grew up, that they grew up with that they tried to get away from. And one good point they made, you try to be different than your environment, your parents, or whatever you went through. You want a better life. And what usually happens is you wind up falling into the same hole.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what happened to both of them. Neil said she held on to that relationship with her ex way too long. She should have been left. But she said she was trying to make it work. She was always the person that's trying to fix and trying to, hope for the best. She said, but at the end, it always bit her in the behind.
And it bit it loud too.
And she said she was really happy and proud because she didn't realize she was America's sweetheart, especially in the Black community. She didn't realize that.
What?
That's what Jesus said. Jesus said the exact same thing.
I tell you, I watched Friday on repeat just for the scene when she come and talk to Craig. Right. And Craig, are you high? Like that right. Was my scene.
Yeah, I saw that, Erica. And
what?
Like I said, Jeezy knew what he was getting himself into. I saw the interview with her parents. I saw the things she did. And I saw how the mom talked to the father, but Jeezy knew what he was getting into. So that part there, I don't know how Jeezy thought he could handle that, or would he be able to handle that, or he was cool with that. But that just didn't pop up overnight.
A lot of dudes, like I said, a lot of dudes like them fireballs. A lot of dudes think they can tame that.
And a lot of women like dudes that a dude that got that little thug in him too. But again, that can come with a lot of baggage and a lot of trash, right? So again, I'm not knocking any of that. All I'm saying is, when you look at Jeezy, sounds very charismatic, very intelligent. The interview was perfect, right? And anybody can, oh, young man, he's heard about making sure that Black people have these tough conversations. Make sure that you address mental illness. I'm saying, like, man, that's a lot of stuff that me and you didn't talk about on this show of addressing mental illness, dealing with it, understanding it, right? Don't hide behind these behind the walls. Have the open conversation so you can know it up front.
I'm definitely listening to his album though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Jeezy and I think his wife are good people. They just wasn't meant for each other, right? At this point in time in their life. For whatever that reason may be. I'm not here to knock him. I'm not here to knock her. Because if you talk to her,
Mama.
But she sounds just as intelligent as he does. She's more emotional about it. He's just like, well,
he sounded like he had peace with it.
Yeah. He done found peace within himself. He said, I'm taking care of me. He actually, there's nothing wrong with taking care of me.
For some folks, man, for some folks, you can't take care of yourself so loud.
Well, I would say this,
and that's the crazy part. What's loud about me taking care of myself? But if people see that and they're playing favorites, it looks away.
But it's up to each individual, man. I don't think there's a right and a wrong answer for you taking care of yourself or you not taking care of yourself. That's a personal choice. If you think the family is for the good of the family and you want your family to look a certain way, right? And you made that choice, that's not a wrong choice. If you think that I need to take care of me and, we'll figure out this thing with the family and the kids at another way and I make sure I take care of my kids, right? Or I'm going to be the mama to my kids, but the father can't be there. If that's your choice, that's not the wrong choice either. I don't think there's a wrong and a right way to look at it. I'm not going to demonize any choice on what a person has. Look and what they married again. Gee.
Today, put it out there. I think folks just saw the record. Like it's some folks that just linger around the courthouse for information now, and from there the public record.
But regardless of how people found out, right? You're a celebrity. When these things happen, bro, there are people who file for divorces and we never know, right? There are ways to get around it. Seriously.
For the celebrities?
Bruh, there are ways to get around when you filing for these divorces.
I don't know. So I'll leave it there.
Right.
But I will only combat you on, I think for certain levels is not.
Probably so, probably not. Again, even if it gets out in the public, okay? You don't have to comment. You can say,
well, to an extent, they take your word for it.
But what I'm saying is, bro, but you're giving when you're speaking about it, when you're going through a divorce, even though you don't mention the main reason in your conversation, and if the person who's interviewing you is good at what they do, they're going to get out of you in a roundabout way why the thinking you went ahead and filed for the divorce or why you got a divorce, right? And Neil Long did a very good job. I understood why. Like I said, the main reason that I got from that was he was not being poured into from his wife. He felt that he was still being elected no matter what he did. It was always a cause for him to do more, and he didn't feel it was being reciprocated. And so when a man say, I got to take care of me, a man says that, what is that saying, bro? He told
been neglected.
Yeah, well, he was told the story that he did a 45-minute meditation, and he was laying in the field, and there was a little boy. But so what is that telling you? But what is that he's looking at his younger self, right? And he neglected that kid. Basically, what he's saying is, all my life, this little kid has been neglected. And even when I became a grown man, I neglected him, which means I neglected myself to try to take care of others. And nobody bothered to really truly take care of me in my time of need, or when things were going bad, they were not there. And like I said, when you listen to that, because usually you would say, well, my wife was there for me. None of that came out of his mouth. Bro.
Right, you say that.
So that's what I'm saying. I think everything that was going on in this man's life, he fell in love with this beautiful woman, and he said to himself that she probably promised him, because she knew his story. And she probably said, I get it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
But she probably knew the story, but she probably ain't get it like that.
Well, I can't say she didn't get it though, bro. Who knows what she got? But knowing and doing is two different things. Because I dated a woman that was a true hothead. And I think she truly was in love with me. But I couldn't be in love with her because of her attitude. You know, I like, and we went through the honeymoon phase, bro. Everything was fun, good, but in those moments, you see a spark of brokenness. And because of what she had been through, the way she handled issues were through vulgarity and anger.
I got a question here.
Sure.
What did you like about the spice?
I didn't like anything about the spice. I didn't see it in the beginning.
Oh.
When I saw the spice, I left. I gave 2 warnings, and on the third one, I was out.
Third time charm.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't even play the filter, bro. I wasn't going to try to tame no spice.
It's a good and a bad way to love somebody.
Yeah, I wasn't going to even try to tame it, bro. Play my own. That's the good. If that was the right thing for him. You know what I'm saying? He said he went to couples counseling. He said that didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he tried.
And so that's what Nia Long said. She said, you tried. So it is what it is. And I think when you're broken like that, bro, it's going to be very tough. Hey, Mama Lewis. Hey, Stephanie. I know we're freezing, y'all. I think TikTok is just freezing completely today. Because like I said, when I was watching a couple other things, it was freezing. So
you can head to the
but Facebook is freezing too, man.
It's not that bad. No.
From our end, but people are saying that it's freezing too, so I'm not for sure. So
trying to get the Facebook folks, man. Got me. You just don't stop on it.
All right, but I'm gonna say this here. I think at the end of the day, I'm wishing Neil, I'm wishing Jenny, I'm wishing Jesus. Not never easy. What Neil Long went through, she spoke a little bit about it, and she said she had to do what's best for her too at the end of the day. But Jesus did touch on something. And we've touched about this on the show a lot of times. And I get in trouble when I say this, right? But you got to be very careful who you're dealing with, man, especially when you see signs of mental illness and figuring out if that's something you want to deal with. Because with Jeezy, his wife, you know, soon to be ex-wife, I'm sure he told her what she went through, but she felt that she could deal with it, right? And it didn't work. And I'm going to stand on 10 toes down. I'm going to stand on business on this one right here, right?
Yes, sir.
When you're dealing with somebody that has mental illness, right, you got to make a choice. Is that something you want to deal with? Because just like this here, Jesus said himself that he dealt with it. He dealt. People cannot be whole. They can't. Deal with that. Get at me like, handle that, good for them. I know I can't. I've talked to a couple of women that, I've seen the signs. And when I asked them, they're like, yes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let you know I can't do this because I don't know how to deal. I ain't going to say that. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I think people with those issues, the mental, I'm not going to say issue, but with that illness, they have to figure that out for themselves, or they need somebody in their life that want to work with them to figure it out. Because think about it, if you're in a new relationship, right, it's very tough to deal with learning that person and deal with their mental illness at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to get to know.
Tougher in what ways?
If you're dealing with somebody with, just say, depression, right? You got to deal with, depending on how they. My own personal experience, okay? I've dealt with people that have depression. There were a couple of women that have depression. Some of the issues that I've dealt with, they're threatening suicide. What do you do with that? As a new boyfriend in a relationship, and a woman saying, I'm contemplating suicide, and you just start dating them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just in a relationship.
Yeah, you better start seeing if you want to deal with this.
You see what I'm saying? So, and reason why I'm saying it because I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about Joe Lockett. What I have dealt with. Okay, I have dealt with that. I've dealt with women that had anxiety, right? And when they have anxiety, they get very agitated.
And not to put it on no degrees.
No, it's no degrees, bro.
Yeah, it's no degrees on it.
No,
but
no.
A lot of folks will probably be able to deal with.
Not just somebody else's. Sounds rude, but may be going through, and I don't want to get nobody caught up in the vortex of what I'm going through.
Yeah, I can feel empathy, but I can't. If I know I'm not ready or even equipped to take on that challenge, it's not going to be fair to them.
When I went through my divorce, I don't know if I went through depression, but I went through a moment where I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. Right? I didn't put that on anybody, bro. I didn't deal with anybody. When I said I wanted to step back into the dating world, I made sure I was okay, right? So when I got back out there, I needed to be whole for the next person. I didn't want to bring any anger or resentment from my previous past to somebody else. Not saying everybody's not able to do that. I get it. I'm not saying, that that's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day is for Joe Lockett, it is not my responsibility. I don't have to. My time, my life, my choice. I don't have to deal with that. You have about mental illness because a lot of people deal with it. Now, I can have a conversation with you about it, but I don't want to be in a relationship with you if it's very heavy for you. If you're taking certain medications and you're doing certain things, I don't know if I haven't known you and I haven't been around you, and we just in a relationship, and I see that that's a common occurrence in your life. Or this is the other thing, this girl that I dated before, man. I felt like I was walking on eggshells.
You was.
Because you didn't know what was going to set that person off, or if they got set off by somebody else, the atmosphere was so different when you walked into the room, because now they're either in a state of depression, frustration, or silence. And if you're dating somebody new, who wants to deal with that? I mean, that's even if a man is doing that to a woman, what woman wants anything bad about calling doctors for you and all of you? I will figure out come check on you and then go ahead and let this go. Because here's the thing. I think even during that time, if you let somebody go during that time, bro, that's very damaging too. And you could cause them a whole nother problem. Like I said, it causes a whole other slew of issues.
Yeah, because now they started creeping. They got abandonment issues now,
bro.
depending on how they attach.
Like I said, I'm not knocking with people that have mental illness. I probably got mental illness to a certain point and don't even recognize it, right? So I'm not knocking it. And I've said this before, and like I said, I stand on business on this, on 10 toes down. That ain't something that if I don't have to deal with it, I won't. Now, if I happen to be with a woman I'm in love with and I marry her and that happens, guess what? I'm there. It's going to be what it's going to be. I stand on business. I'm 10 toes down with her because she's my woman. My only point to this whole thing is I'm not dealing with that in the beginning. I would walk away. Now, let me ask you, nephew, it's a girl you really like, but that happens to you. Are you in or out?
Okay, let me refresh this.
Right.
Let me hit the refresher.
Uh-huh.
It's a girl that I really like.
Yeah, you really like it, but y'all just started dating.
We just started dating.
And you see, those things happening.
Those signs.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like her, but from far away, or did I have a relationship prior?
No, you like her.
No, I'm saying you can really like somebody like a crush, but then you can like somebody from your interactions with them and y'all relationship.
You like her. You like her. All that trimming. You like her.
But that's not saying if I had a relationship with her.
Yeah, you got a relationship with her, bro. That's your girl. That's your girl. Y'all just started dating. Y'all monogamous. You like her. You like everything about her.
I might, depending on what it is. I'm not. It's things that I share. I've seen signs of anxiety or signs of being anxious in certain type of ways. I'll probably pick up on it and then we would relate and help each other from there.
I can deal with anxiety better than I can with that depression.
Yeah. And see, only reason why I know I'm not equipped yet to handle with depression, my mom dealt with it before. And even though I was trying to be there,
you can't, bro.
I'm not. And
a person going through depression, bro. I don't care if they're in it. It is nothing you can do but hold space.
And I talked to her about that a minute ago. I don't even know if she remember, but I talked to her about that a minute ago because she, you know what I mean, when she got out of it, she used it as a testimony or whatever.
Right.
And I talked to her about, I was like, yo, at a point, and then when I realized what it was, I kind of had resentment because nothing I was doing was helping.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for me, if I don't feel like anything I'm doing is helping, I'm easy to wash my hands of it. With her, I still was trying because that's my mama. But for other people, I just wash my hands of it and move on.
Yeah.
And for somebody that I care about like that, if I know I'm not there with them like that on that level, I wouldn't want to handle them like that.
And I think it's important when you're dating, man, to make sure that you have that conversation, right, with the people. And it's okay for you to be honest with that person. You know what I mean? And it's okay for them to be honest with you. So like if a woman didn't like me for whatever reason, just have the conversation with me. If you so choose to, or just leave me alone. I mean, if you ghost me, it's cool. I would kind of probably figure it out, right? But at the end of the day, if a person don't want you, regardless of their reason, they just don't want to be with you, right? But I think a lot
mental health is praise God. keep going.
Yeah. With the one thing that Jesus did say that when he went through his depression, right? That he didn't really realize at the time that he had depression, right? He said when he realized it, it's something that's not really talked about among men because we're looked at as being weak. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about mental illness, I think when people, because I've gotten a lot of backlash that when I say I won't deal with somebody with mental illness, they're like, you're a sucker, you're a weak man, right? And that's their opinion.
Not fair.
Well, but that's okay. I'm okay with them calling me that because that's their opinion of me when dealing with the issue, right? But
that's a weak take.
But whatever it is, but what I want to say to the people is, right? I don't think it's weak if a person is able to talk about choose not to deal with someone else's mental illness, right? Because if the person that's going through the issue, right, they want you to respect them for what they're going through. And if they don't, just say for the person if they're going through mental illness, but they're in a situation that has nothing to do with the mental illness, but the other person is doing something that they're not happy about, right?
Yeah.
Are they not going to leave? I ain't talking about cheating, but just whatever. The guy may be emotionally not there, right? For you. But you have mental illness, a mental issue, right? That you're dealing with, whether it's depression, anxiety, whatever that may be. But but that's not the problem in your relationship. But if the guy that you're dealing with is unemotionally there, right? You're going to say what after a period of time? You don't want to be there, correct?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So are you wrong for saying that the guy unemotionally is there, that right, that you should stay? Why should somebody stay with you? Them. Because they choose. I think if I'm sick or I'm dying or I'm getting old, I don't want to have to go live with my kids. Put me in a nursing home, right?
Most folks will have the opposite take though.
Mm-hmm.
And most folks, when they going through something, they would want somebody to stick it out and be there through the thick and thin. That's what you will want. But that just really depends on how you live your life. Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. When you look up at your life at the end of life or something happened to you when you get older, right? Depending on how you live your life, that will determine how many people are gonna be around your bedside when you die. Okay? If you treated people like trash, if you was not there for people, don't expect that a lot of people are going to be at your gravesite or at your funeral or around your bedside. People it's going to be good riddance, right? So that, to me, that has nothing to do with it. It's how you treat people that love and care about you. It ain't about somebody who didn't want to be with you. It's about that you could and treated people right that was around you. I think that's more important, in my honest opinion, for me. So, like I said, when I look at the Neil Long and the Jeezy interview, he said this because she was talking about forgiveness, right? And he said that he finally forgave his mother. He wrote a letter to his mom, and she didn't say anything, but he knows she understood. And Nia challenged him to write down on a piece of paper all the people that he was angry at, and then forgive them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, she said the way she did was she wrote it down on a piece of paper and she forgave them. And she said the way she forgave them was she would send energy and spiritual love to them with vibes. She said when she sit down and she'll think about them, she was sending the energy love to them. She was just sending that. Meaning when she think of that she would send to Jesus, and Jesus I will forgive them, but I won't forget. Well, she said, well, I don't know. Is that really, meaning that you're going to, he said, I will write the list, sis, but I won't.
That's the thing, though.
And who have you heard say that?
I don't have to forget it.
And who have you heard say that? Me.
Oh,
right?
man.
I always say people like, we need to forgive your parents, you forgive your parents. Okay. It's still what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
I can't with you.
No, but I'm saying okay. Forgive you. And people are like, well, you haven't forgiven them for real, for real.
You can't call that for me. I don't like that. You cannot call that for me. If I forgive somebody and I'm telling you I forgive them, leave it at that and take me at my word.
Right.
You can't call what I have for forgiveness with me. It's only one other person that can do that. And guess what? I ain't met him yet.
Yeah.
Or to take that approach is real dismissive to the growth that people have.
Because people think you should forgive the way they forgive.
Yeah, and I ain't finna do it like that.
You know what I'm saying? People think that because when they forgave somebody, they felt this way, and they feel that they know that if it felt like them, that for them, that it would feel like that for you. And I tell you, I kiss my ass on that. Right. I'm not going to feel any better about what the situation upon somebody did to me if I forgave them the way you did, right? I will forgive you. Like I told you, I forgive my parents. I don't want to see them again. I don't want to talk to them again. And I won't forget what they did. But I forgive them. We good, we good. You stay over there and I love you from afar. And if you love me or don't love me, we cool. I'm not going to even put my thought into it. It is what at this point. But we have no relation, right? No relationship. Now, some people may say,
don't have the relation to go, or things, but just not like you.
let me see, Chachinga. I think it is Chachinga. Forgiveness doesn't mean that they did was okay or that you forget. It's letting go of the anger. But see, this is what I gotta tell people, right?
Oh,
y'all
with them. I'm with on that.
No, but people said letting go of the anger. The anger subsides in time when it's time. You just can't up and say you forgive somebody and it goes away.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
That'd be camp right
But
now.
I'm sorry. That's BS. You can't sit and say, I went to church today, I prayed, and I forgave everybody. You're lying.
In church.
Bruh. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, you're right, but you're lying. There's no way that, and I don't see how. You mad one minute, you say I forgave, and the next minute you're no longer mad. Stop it. Like I said.
But this is what I do.
Yeah.
How they do their faith. That is very well possible for them. But for me and you, I can understand full well.
Right. But
for some people, because I have seen that.
Yeah,
and it was crazy to me when I was seeing it in action, but they was genuinely just past it. And for me, I was like, what?
But like I said, I think people forgive or let the anger go in their own time when they're ready to get over it.
And that's different for everybody.
Saying that I forgive you does not change anything. Writing it down, praying about it, I think helps. But at the end of the day, it's going to take you time to get past it and rationalize it in your own way that it makes sense to you and you no longer want to be angry about it. You no longer want to think about it. Now, that's what y'all say is forgiveness. I say, I get that. But just saying that, I forgave somebody. If that person, that would go away. They forgive. I'm just asking a question, right? I'm just asking, did you really forgive somebody or you just put it behind you? So what does forgiveness look like? They say you're not angry anymore. Okay, if you're not angry anymore, well, I can talk about what I'm talking about. I ain't angry at all. So I guess I forgave. Right? Am I angry?
It's a vibe and a
No, but what I'm saying, but
it's a vibe and a
that was a time when I talked about it, I was angry. Right? I was pissed. But now it's nothing for me. Seriously. I can talk about it and have the conversation about it, and I'm okay. I feel no high temperatures, anger, nothing at that point. So I guess I forgave. Right?
I don't know. I ain't even to jump on that. I'm off that. I don't know, Joe. You're right.
But I'm just saying, I guess according to the way some, I can have the conversation, but if I say certain things like I don't want to fool with you, people say you're angry. Right? But no, I'm saying if I say that blah blah blah, I don't want to do this, I want to do this, I don't want them here, blah, 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 people will say you still angry. No, I'm bitter, but I'm just making a choice. I'm not angry anymore, but I'm just choosing now. Now that I have forgiven you, now here's what that looks like, right? Ostracism. You have now been ostracized. So am I still angry? Because everything that you forgive somebody to me, you're gonna end up kumbaya, bro.
But already to play the other side. In playing the other side, when they hear negative words like that come out, the vibe and the feeling is he ain't all the way past it. Like if I talk to my dad about his relationship with his and the feeling with Derek, he'll be like, "Yo, I forgave him. It's cool. We had a better place." I talked to like
Forgiveness at the highest level. But what I'm saying is that no, I'm saying forgiveness look different for everybody, right? Forgiveness, like you said, so you're no longer angry and you can deal with it, not y'all. Like I said, forgive my parents. Do I want to see them again? No. Do I want to talk to them again? No. Do I want to at my funeral? No. Am I going to that funeral? No. But now me saying that,
it sounds like
I did forgive them.
See, that you put so much sauce on that.
No, but that people swear me now, Joe, you need therapy. Joe, no, I just made a choice at this point. Okay, once I forgive you, this is where we stand.
And then we am I going to the funeral? No. he ain't let them self in.
No. I'm not. But, bro, I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
I forgave him. But if you hear me say that, right? Sounds like
that's
bro, you still mad.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You still mad at them. It wasn't cordial when things exploded between us. So, once you show me your true colors, you show me your cinelapa, I'm good, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, Mama Lewis, we ain't even to go down there. We ain't got time in the night. We just gonna leave that be right there, Mama Lewis.
Yeah, some things are not redeemable. Some things you cannot be cordial about when somebody shows you a certain level of disrespect. Let me just say that. And parents can disrespect their kids. Therapy is not always for forgiveness. It's to help you understand the trauma, hurt, and effect. Hell, I understand all that. I'm just being honest. I understand why it hurt me. I understand the trauma that it caused me. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to get a resolution from them.
Bazinga was talking to other people.
You have heard me say that, Penny. I love my parents from my far distance. Love. Conversation for today, sir. I was talking about
Chachinga.
And you would have asked me in the beginning, I was like, hell no, right? I'm just being honest. That was my thought, right? But then, listening to people and started hearing it, but it took me, that happened 2 years ago for me, right?
That's still pretty fresh.
But it took me 2 years to get to the point where, okay, when I talked about it, I wasn't angry anymore. I could make jokes about it, right? But I was serious about what I was saying. And I think when people hear you saying search finality, when you're talking about your parents, people cringe because people would think that it should never, a situation with a kid and son should never be that way, right? A mom and dad, right? It should never be that way. But again, there are people that listen to the show that understand that there's something that you just can't, you just won't tolerate, right? At the end of the day, how does it affect you towards others? Well, it doesn't. Nephew, let me ask you a question. How does it? You know my situation. How does it?
It don't. You treat people a lot different than how you do people that you don't fool with.
There you guys go. If you treat me well, I treat you well. If you show me your true colors on the bad side, I don't fool with you.
That's one thing I couldn't say that I'm impressed with. Because you don't even have like a jaded mindset to it. Because a lot of folks I would be jaded. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'd be jaded.
No, I'm not jaded at all, bro, because
I'd be like, man, if it can happen with them, I cannot believe you. But
it doesn't affect my relationship in dating. It doesn't. It does not reflect my relationship in dating because what happened with them has nothing to do with my dating life. You know what I'm saying? A woman gonna show me her true colors on her platform with me. I will never judge a woman because of my parents or what they done. So it doesn't matter to me, Yeah, but I don't. For me personally, serious.
So let me ask you. Near the age.
Really bad. Yeah. Years old when they had 50 years. I was able to digest it and dissect it quicker and take it for what it was and understand because you saw it coming, but the way it happened,
you still wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, and you would think that it shouldn't have happened, right? There should have been somebody bigger in the room to have a conversation for it to get to that point. But because I was because I'm in my 50s, yes, for sure. Yeah. Did it hurt in the beginning? Hell yeah. Was I pissed off? Hell yeah, right? But now, nah, bro. And what did I tell you today? You heard me say this. No, I ain't talking about the bad, but what did I tell you? I said that cycle stops where?
With them.
I said this. I said this. Me and you was having this conversation. I said, bro, what happened with my parents and with that? I said that cycle, that legacy is dead. It is my responsibility to carry the family into a new era, and that's what I'm focused on. Right. Whatever that happened, the future generation will never hear about them. That's done. We're moving forward to a new era in the Lockett family, and I'm building that legacy that's going to be what I'm going to build for the future Lockett family of moving forward, right? So I let that go. And to me, if you know what I'm saying, I'm looking to build a legacy so my family, my kids, my grandkids, they're going to have something to look back on. They don't need to look back on that dog period. If they ask about their grandparents, you know what I'm going to say? And I'm going to tell them the truth. They were great parents to me when I was a kid. And I'm gonna leave out the rest. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daughters would be the only one that knows the total truth. I would tell them, and I've told them everything. But after that, I told them it's up to them if they want to pass that forward. We don't need to. I said, if you don't want to, it's no need to, bring that up. What we need to do is start to living from this point on, and I need to be the best father.
Yeah. By the time this happened, I mean,
I need to go do. Good for you. 2464. Appreciate that. She thinks a yes. Break the cycle with awareness. That's beautiful. Building the legacy with greatness. Yes, and that's why I say, I'm not stuck in the past. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and y'all don't know what happened. So I'm not here, shooting blasphemy towards my parents, right? Only thing I would say is that we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? That was just something that happened, and everybody knows what it is, and that is what's gonna be. But reason why I talk about these things because even people in my position with the platform that I have, everybody have issues, but people don't talk about how they deal with the issues. People don't talk about the truth. Everybody want man to think that everything is freaking roses, right? Everything is this um what pretty balloons and roses in the sky, right? Hey QJ, here we go again. Where we going, baby?
You back on your, you back on your
He
folks.
won't, he won't. Don't know what.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I have no idea what QJ
She's talking about her issue now.
I know she ain't talking about me. I don't know what near broke, but
wait, you want to go 50-50 because
he wants women to be 50-50. Oh, you talking about I want women to be 50-50? No, I want women of equal value. I don't need women.
guess she is trying to call you broke, Joe.
Okay, but baby
what? Wait a minute.
But bro, I'm not gonna even. I have to even just laugh at her because first thing she goes out and say I'm broke and she don't even know me.
That's the wow. You came out of nowhere saying, yo, you want to go.
But
we weren't even talking about.
Bro, hold on. I don't need a woman to go 50-50 with me. I'm handling my own 100. Okay, number one.
Oh, talk to him.
Let me go ahead and say that.
Talk to him.
Hey, let me go. Joe Lockett is good by his. I do. Okay.
Hey, Joe.
No. On the show, you was putting those things out there. I wasn't assuming anything, right? I asked you some specific questions about your mortgage. You said I don't have one. Then later on, I guess when you realized what a mortgage was, you said I got one. You had holes in your game, man. I'm not trying to be funny, right? But what I said, I asked questions. You answered those questions. Everybody on the live feed at that time saw you answering those questions, right? I wasn't setting you up. So you got mad because whatever was said, you felt that I was, I guess, attacking you, I guess. But ma'am, I love you. Like I kept telling you, everything I say on this show is out of love. I never tried to disrespect anybody. I told you my standards. But I wish you the best. Really. You don't own your home either.
Oh my God, just leave it alone, Joe. Stop talking to him. Oh my God. Stop talking to him.
Hey, let me just say this. No, but let me just say this. I paid my mortgage today. In full. Hey, but hold on. She ain't forgave me.
Yeah, see, now you got some resentment and some bitterness in your heart.
How long ago was this conversation? And we weren't even talking about
This
this
like a clean 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks ago, bro. And you still you pay a mortgage every month. Yes, ma'am, I do. For my house. Are we still on that?
I guess so, man. Hey, man, you ain't here. You need therapy.
Yeah, I think why don't we go to what you call it, TikTok counseling together.
TikTok counsel.
TikTok counseling.
That would be great.
So that means your hunt is not yours. You're right. It's actually the bank, but I'm paying for it to be mine. If you're renting, it's not yours. It belongs to somebody else. You're paying
renting. You're just helping somebody else pay.
You're paying somebody else's mortgage. Yes, ma'am. And I said that the last time. I said I have a mortgage on my home. The bank owns my home, but I'm paying the bank. The bank loaned me the money to pay for my house, right? But let me say, I have. Okay.
God, leave.
we're talking about something completely different today. Ain't nobody talking about a mortgage or what happened 2 or 3. That was another show. You come on the show because I guess you know something. It's Friday, and maybe the guy that she was talking to that made her mad. She can't get back. He's not picking up the text message or the phone call from her, and so she decided to come at me today. Guess what, QJ55? I love you, and I wish you the best, baby girl. And if you're paying for your house and you're paying a mortgage, if I judge, let me say this: if I judge, I'll just say, if I judge you incorrectly, let me apologize to you. Okay, I'm sorry. If I hurt your feelings, baby, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want any beef with you. I don't know you. You don't know me, and I don't need to be going back with a beautiful woman for something that I may have misunderstood. Okay, how about that? My point is, we were talking all the mess about me, but you pay a mortgage every month. Okay, and I'm going to say to this QJ, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, to all my a couple of weeks ago, and it seems that I spoke incorrectly. I'm going to apologize, right, for whatever this is on my live feed. I'm apologizing to you. Okay. Well, I can't do anything else more than say I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll leave that to you. Man, calm down. It's okay, bro. It's all good. All I can do is apologize. If she can't accept the apology, you know what I'm saying, and choosing her heart to forgive me, it will be her journey. Okay. You guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show. I love my show. I love all of y'all. Thanks for chiming in with us. All right, I got one more thing on the table, nephew.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. Do most men and women marry for love?
Do most men and women marry for love?
Yes.
I feel like we talked about this before.
We did. We did talk about this, but some men don't, and nobody wants them. Answer this question, because men in my age, do they marry for love?
Now, maybe that's a little bit more applicable to y'all. Not even what was described, because I think that's to a certain type of man. Like, first off, for that to be so specific, that's who you keep dealing with and letting slide.
Right.
Like, you can't put that on all men.
Right.
All men ain't just on the street trying to find somewhere to live and say, I'm in love with you. And that work. Like, that's on you as a person for it to be that specific.
That's stand on business.
Yeah, oh my God. I'm so mad that you found out how to use that.
Hey, I love the conversation. Stand on business, baby. Stand on business.
But yeah, that's on you as a person. You can't put that on all men. That's not fair at all. That's like me talking about all women, but I'm only describing a certain woman.
Stand on business.
So that's the first part. It's maybe y'all not really looking for love per se. If it's there, you ain't really gonna say no to it. But at the same time, most guys around y'all age is probably just looking for either an itch or a companion. And around my age, there's a little bit more optimism for it. And I would say the younger crowd from like 30 on down, yeah, they, depending on how they're wired, either they really, really, really looking for love, or they just on the base setting looking for love. You know what I mean? I would say I'm on the base setting, but I got a lot of homeboys. Yo, they really, really, really. Here, girl, they talk about it, be like they the one. I like, man, I remember old girl. You said she was the one like a few months ago. Now you on a new piece. Hey man, this the one, bro. She really understands. She get me.
You know, when I was at and so and actually right? Do men my age marry for love? I'm going to say, and I told them, right? Some men do marry for love, true love. Some men do find that woman that they fall in love with.
Fairy tale.
But I don't think it's even a fairy tale, bro. There's a woman for every man and a man for every woman, right? I think when you get my age, you know more what you're looking for. And so I think if a man gets married at this age, he's mostly marrying for love, right? Because he's mature enough to be able to be in a relationship and give this woman what he didn't give previous women in his life.
Oh, you think it's the opposite then?
Yes. I think most women don't truly marry for love because they did that prior to. I think men in the beginning, when they first get married early, they're not marrying for love. They're marrying because of responsibilities, time, kids, and whatever. And so they feel that's the right thing to do. But I think if a man decides to get married again at this stage in their life, yeah, they're truly marrying for love because I can't see a man marrying a woman for convenience. You know what I mean? So I don't think a man is married because I have friends that say, I married for love the first time. When I married this time, I'm married for convenience. I need to like him. He need to be attractive, but it ain't got to be, for love, like love. It need to be more so for convenience. I've heard more women say that than a little bit that's over 50. So I think men do at this stage of life marry for love. I think some women are not looking for love because they gave up 15, 20 years of their life to love and it turned out the way it did. So the comfort. And so I don't have to continue to spend. She banking. She got that bread. But what she said makes sense. She said, my husband I was with for 20 years, right? That he was a good dude and I married for love, but we didn't work. I know what that is, so I don't need that anymore. Right? She said, I gave 20 years of love. She said, now I want to be with somebody that I truly enjoy and we can have a great time together, but I don't have to be in love with them. And I've heard that on numerous occasions from different women. Not saying that's for all women, not saying that she won't fall in love later, but I believe men over 50.
So she trying to get out of it easy?
I don't think so. I think women have their own thought pattern, bro. Like I said, I say this, women that got paper, I don't know if they're marrying for love. I think they're more marrying because of the companionship and what they want somebody else to bring to the table for them. And most of my women friends are making anywhere from 250 to half. Got their own companies doing big things. So these women, from what they said, this ain't Joe Lockett speaking it. They're not marrying for love. They're marrying for comfortability at this point in their life. They want to be with somebody that cares for them. They care for them, and they can spend their life with them. Let me see. I can't see you as you are older. I can see you are older. It would be that way. 6 4 says your strong hand is only as strong as what the other hand is doing. Erica says, I'm going to Maria for love and I'm going to marry for love and companionship. Okay. LC Bell, marriage is a lot of work for women. Yeah. Penny, they used to, but now I think people marry for security. That's what we all want, companionship. Yeah, like I said, I'm only saying, so the question for me was, do men marry this woman? I'm not gonna because we fit. won't marry her at this stage. I've been married twice, and I don't want to do it 3 times and not be in love with somebody.
Come and talk to me.
People say married for love in my 20s. Now I'm married for companionship and a good fit. See, that's what I'm talking. See what Privy to know said. That's what I was talking about right there. That's exactly what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I just read it.
Right. That's what I was talking. That's what I was talking about right there. They marry for love in the beginning, and older women are not caring about that love part, bro. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody like, hey, you got me, you care about me, right? We together. I trust you. You trust me. Let go. We good. We ain't got to do all that. How much do you love me? I don't care about all that. Do you like me? You want to be all with me? We good. You got that paper. You can financially help me out or take care of me. Let go. Absolutely, Joe. We're in the same boat. Okay, so because I know a lot of times when I say these generalized statements, people get from the world out there once you get to talk to people outside your circle, right?
It's a different world.
What's up with you and all these damn songs today, sir?
Where you come from?
Really, bro?
Yeah. Where you come from?
Y'all, did he have all this energy when I wasn't there?
Nope.
What's up, man? Okay. NC. I don't know what all the other stuff is, but what's up, NC? Principles for daily living. Listen, you're talking right. I don't need butterflies. I need to like you. Okay. So I'm not crazy in what I'm saying, right? Because like I said, when I say these things, a lot of time, man, a lot of people be like, nah, people want to marry for love. They want this relationship. Joe, you're wrong. And I'm telling y'all, man, people literally inbox me, call me to have my phone number when I get up the show. Like, man, no, this is what I want. This is what I want. And women over 50 that been married, they ain't trying to hear all that. And they want to get on with their life. They just don't know drama. Point of to make him happy, right? So, and I'm using the word submissive because women tell me I will be submissive to a man that I respect and that's handling his business as my man. I will be submissive to him, right? Now, submissive can be different shapes and forms. Not going to put a tiny little bow on there, right? It can be in different forms, right? But I think women just want a man to take the lead and say, I got it. Denise tells us this all the time on the show, right? She wants a man to say, I got it. But for a man to say, I got it, that man over 50 got to really love you, right? That man got to love you. You may not love him like he loves you, but that man over 50, for him to go ahead and put that ring on your finger and to commit to you, he has to want to be with you for the rest of his life. Because me being 53, bro, my life is good right now. So why would I want to get married? I'm asking. Why would I want to get married? Do you know? Because I don't have a great answer for Joe. Why would I want to get married right now when I'm happy?
Mm.
I mean, honestly, when I sit down and think about it, Joe, my brother asked me the other day, he said, so bro, you gonna get married? I said, for what?
You sound like a lot.
I mean, I'm happy right now because marriage is work. I wake up every day, I don't have to work. The work I put in is in the gym, in my basement, right? And I like that, right? But marriage is work. Dealing with other people is work. I don't know. I kind of got okay with being by myself. Let's see. If you don't like that person, you shouldn't marry. So yes, you should like the person. I think you should like them. I don't think everybody wants to be in love. Eric. I think a lot of women on here are saying they don't need to be in love with the person. They'll like them, but they don't need to be in love with them.
Very good.
54. But I for you. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, nephew, if I were to get married, it would be definitely 2 to 3 years from now. LCB, what you want me to try? Yeah, I would get married. And so let me ask you this question for you, nephew. When do you think you want to get married? At what age? You're 25 right now.
If I could say,
Really, bro?
I would only be in the way.
Really?
Oh, you set it up so good. And I already had it playing in my head. Okay.
Really?
I already had it playing in my head. If I was
Come get him, Ron. I've been gone for 2 days. He's been long day on my Go ahead.
if I could say, it would probably be. I would envision myself getting married 5 years from now.
So around 30.
Yeah, or like getting more serious to it around like 28.
Okay.
Like at that point, because I'm gonna want a son or a daughter.
Okay.
And I can't see myself, and no shots to nobody who do it. You know what I mean? I'm that kid out of wedlock. But I couldn't see myself consciously doing it if I didn't, in my opinion, vetted her out enough to where I would want to just stay with her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if I have a kid, I preferably I would want to still be with their mama.
So Chichinka says, I don't see myself getting married again. That's what I've been trying to tell for folks. I've been stage in life because some people and people get mad when I say I'm a side dude. Some people are side women, right?
Side piece.
I'm just saying, but if you don't want to be in a relationship and you're upfront with a person, right? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Whatever you want to call that understanding, right? That is what it is between y'all two. I'm grown. I handle my business on like that. I stand on that, right? It don't have to end in marriage.
Yeah.
It really don't, right? At this stage of my life, I've been married twice. What am I missing?
Not much.
I mean, honestly, what am I missing? I don't know if I'm missing anything if I'd done it twice. Now, okay, but I've had love. My first wife, I know she loved me, right? My second wife, there was a time I know that she missing love. I got a lot of people around me that love me, Erica. I have a lot of people that love me and I have companionship when I want it. So what am I missing? Erica?
Hold up. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
What?
Because you just like setting it up so perfect. Well, who do you run to when you need love?
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes
I was thinking of the who do I run to feel this?
Okay, you're saying they love what
space?
about you loving. In my life right now, the things I have, I'm good with it. Let me just say that. I'm not looking for more. The people that are in my life, they're not looking for more. Everybody's moving in their own direction. And I'm cool with that. I don't care what they do. They don't care what I do, right? I'm happy every day I wake up. I have not had an argument, bro, with I said what they want. I'm going to understand her without speaking, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be that understood language because we already been through enough to understand what she needs. She understands what I need, right? And we're both going to do it. When that moment happens, cool. But if I got to go into this and y'all have heard me and I don't want to give no stunt speak, but if I got to go into this with flowers and candy and dates, and I'm not going to do all that. I'm just not. This is way too much work. Did you love your wives? Is the question. Yes. The first wife, I loved her, but I didn't know how to truly love at that time. And by the time I did realize what I needed to do, my unaffection, the person I was then, had probably already drove a big enough wedge in there where she was kind of tired. So I kind of wore down. My second wife, definitely fell in love with her. You know, with the second wife, she loved me, but I don't think she was ever in love with me. And so we ran into issues later on in the marriage when I started to realize that point. And it fell apart from there. So, yes. Hey, Brown, how's it going? So, yes, to answer your question, yes, I did love both of my wives, in love with them, you know, fanatically, wishing them nothing but the best. So, yes, I did love them, yes. But I think, like I said, with the first one was just, I didn't know how to show the proper love for a woman at that time. I just didn't know. You know, I'm not gonna blame it on age. I just didn't know how to return what she was pouring into me. I didn't know how to either handle it or return it. And you know, you don't know that you don't. It's screaming to come out, but you don't. But honestly, bro, I mean that's the best way to explain it, right? I loved her, but um, it never came out. You know what I'm saying? And when she was trying to pull it out of me, I didn't know how to give it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I've said this before on the show. I didn't know what it looked like, and you know, a woman can only do so much giving before they get tired, and you know, they start a resentment start to build in them, and they start to want at least something from you, and for the man side of that, it's like you're complaining, you're on me, and I'm doing the best I can. And women don't understand it. They don't have to understand it. But at that time, I was doing the best I could with the capacity that I had to understand how to actually show love and give love. And she couldn't see that. And I couldn't express that because it sounded like an excuse. And I didn't really, even at that time, young, I didn't know how to articulate that. You know what I'm saying? I really did. So yeah. Q&A, as a person that understands what a fig leaf is. Okay, I have no idea. Some of y'all be asking some of these questions.
What y'all be going into it with the metaphors.
I got to talk about a 50-50 thing
Oh my God.
That's funny. All right, guys, we about to get ready to get up. I got a few more minutes here, but I think at the end of the day, man, you know, if you're going to marry a over 50, I think it's a beautiful thing for those who's looking for love and looking for the fairy tale love wedding. You know, I think it's beautiful. Is it out there? Hell yeah, it's out there. For anybody, right? You just got to go through the numbers to find it, right? And there are a lot of con artists out there. Only want certain things that truly want. Is I want you to be realistic about what you're going up against. And when you see the great thing and it turns out to be a pumpkin patch, right? Nothing good for you, don't be angry, move on, right? Because that happens. So do you think that stemmed from your upbringing? It is the awareness of the lesson. Oh, of course, for us, my first marriage, definitely. When I was growing up, love was basically, making sure a roof was over your head, food was on the table. If you see the movie Fences, that was my household. You know what I mean? As far as what love looked like. As long as there was food on the table, clothes on the back, mortgage was paid, right? That was love. It wasn't what I thought that was love. Later on, I come to learn that's what a man's supposed to do. That has nothing to do with love. When you take on a family, that is your responsibility, right? Equate love to something entirely different. And my first wife, she taught me how to love, but by the time she taught me how to love, then I had to learn how to try to express it. And I wore down, I was on, I was off, I was on, I was off. So, at some point she hit a brick wall with me, and I understood that and I respect that. Not sure if I'm marrying for the third time, Joe, at 52. I'm good for now. Mama Lewis, I understand. That's why I said for me, I'm the third time, right? I didn't want to be married the second time, right? But I only want to be married once in my life. I want to be the dude that had one wife, right? But it didn't work out that way. So I said the second time I got married, that's it. Shit. Here I am with the third one. So I'm very slow right now on walking up to any altar or I don't have any interest in being in a relationship. The main thing is love, but I'm going to say this before I get out of here. I don't think a man providing for his family is a show of love. I think that is what you do as a man of responsibility that you've taken on a family. It's like when you take on a marriage, a mortgage. And the damn thing about your mortgage is love. You know what I'm saying? That's your responsibility. You buy a car. Ain't nothing about love, it's responsibility. When you got a family, right? You're not showing love by paying the bills. You're handling your responsibility for the family that you took on as a man, right? And as a woman. Love comes from the things and the time that you spend with the family that you created. That's my definition of love, right? When you spend time with the people that you are providing for, right? And you do things with them, that's the love part of it. This other stuff that we as men want to try to hang on to, hang our hats on. I put a roof over your head and clothes on your back and food on the table. Dude, men been doing with a club and you know what I'm saying, knocking dinosaurs upside the head and bringing food home. That mean he loved his wife? Booga booga. I'm just saying at the end of the day, that you know what I'm saying. They found a cave, dug a hole, and do you not live in that house too? I'm just saying, don't you eat that food too? So if you didn't go out there and do it, you won't be able to even provide for yourself. So don't try to equate that to I love my family this much because I did this much. No, that's what you want to do for your family. And if you don't want to do that for your family, don't get a family. All right, guys. We're about to get ready to get up out here. We appreciate you guys locking in, man. Appreciate for everybody coming back. And hopefully on Monday, this thing won't be freezing the way it is on TikTok today and Facebook. I have no idea what that's about. Maybe a freezing day, maybe the weather here in Birmingham, Alabama, because it's been raining. So we're not for sure, but I do apologize for the freezing. But thank you guys for hanging in there.
Hey, go back and watch it on YouTube.
And YouTube may be freezing too, though. Oh, but we thank. So do me a. That's cool too. See ya.